Joining me now is baseball analyst Rich Griffin. Rich, thanks so much for your time. Your takeaway from last night's game, what stood out most for you?
Well, what stood out most, obviously, is Trey Savage's performance. To think that in 2022, so just 3 years ago, he was a freshman at East Carolina University making 34 relief appearances. Didn't even make a start there. And then to go 4 levels in 2025 and end up pitching a key game in the World Series and just shoving for 7 innings and striking out 12, which is a Major League World Series record for a rookie. And that stood since 1949. So that's the impact that Trey Savage has had. He pitched in game 1 of the series and didn't have his splitter, which is his best pitch. Threw it only 10 times in that game, threw it 30 times. So they were seeing a different pitcher last night, and it showed. And this is the kid that's going to lead the Blue Jays into the future. And if they win, he'll be a big part of the World Series victory.
And as he mentioned, Hollywood could even write a script like this of his season with the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, I want to switch gears and talk about the offense. What do you make of that first inning, really those first 2 batters, the first 3 or 4 or 5 pitches of the game, and the Jays are up 2-0?
Well, it had a lot of impact. You had Davis Schneider leading off with the first pitch home run against Blake Snell, who's their #1 pitcher. He's not their ace. The Jays are gonna see their ace on Halloween night with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But the home runs by Davis Schneider and Vlad Guerrero Jr. set the tone, and I really think that part of the advantage that the Blue Jays have is that the Dodgers won last year. So you go down 0-2 on the first 3 pitches of the game. I think that some of the motivation for the Dodgers disappears because they all look at their ring finger and they've got their World Series ring from last year. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays are still looking for their first since 1993, and it's really energizing and exciting to watch.
You mentioned the tough task of going up against Yamamoto, and we've already seen it earlier in this series, so it's easy for fans to get ahead of themselves and get excited. But what does the team actually need to do to win this final game?
They need to play defense like they've played all series, out defending the Los Angeles Dodgers, and they need a pitching performance to match. They need to allow 1 or 2 runs and scrape out a couple that are unexpected against Yamamoto. But if this series goes to 7 games, it'll be all bets are off because the Dodgers have that Game 7 experience. They have that World Series experience. So I think that taking down the Dodgers in 6 games, as they did in 92 and 93 when they won their first 2 World Series, I think Game 6 is the key, and pitching and defense are going to rule the day if the Jays are going to win.
Baseball analyst Rich Griffin, thanks so much for your time.
Okay, Scott, anytime.